Good morning, class 3. I welcome you all to my online English class. To begin with our class today, let me tell you we were doing chapter number 8, The Old Man and the Tiger. And in our last class, we have completed adverbs and adjectives from learning about language section, page number 8080. Today we are starting from conditional clauses. Okay, now question here is, what are conditional clauses? Conditional clauses are used to talk about uncertain events and situations. They often refer to a situation or condition, something which must happen first so that something else can happen. So conditional clauses, we use these for uncertain situations or uncertain type of condition. Okay, we are not sure about that. All right, like if something happens wrong to you, what will you do? If, with this word if, I'm giving you the situation or a condition so that you can think over. All right, now if you will find a new book lying on the road, what will you do? Now, first condition, first situation, this is uncertain. You may find or you may not, but I'm giving you a condition. All right, if you will find a new book on the road, then you will bring that book to your home, or you will call your parents to pick the book. So this is another situations followed by the first condition. All right, so this is how we use conditional clauses in our sentences. Now example, if you come late tomorrow, I'm giving you this condition. You don't know you will be late or you will be on time. Okay, but here condition for you is, if you will come late tomorrow, I will not allow you to enter my class. All right, so this is another thing that is happening after your condition. All right, if you'll come late, I will not allow you to enter my class. All right, another example, if you study well, then what will happen? Will pass the exam with very good percentage, with very good grades. All right, so first condition, if you will study well, then something else happen, you will pass the exam with very good grades. All right, so this is how we use conditional clauses in our sentences. Now I have a question for you, and the question is, what would you do if you had some money? Now think about the answer. Here my answer is, I could go to the cinema if I had some money. So first situation, I'm having some money. Second situation, I'm going to the cinema. All right, so this way, now let's have a look on our book, page number 80, where we have to do our work. Question is, make sentences using the following. All right, number A, dash if I had some money. As I've told you, I could go to cinema if I had some money. Number B, dash if he is ill. Okay, so now how can we use this in our sentence? He could not come to my birthday party if he is ill. All right, number C, what is there? If they come tomorrow, first situation, if they come tomorrow, then I feel very happy. This is something that is happening after the situation. Okay, after that situation, I'm feeling very happy. So if they come tomorrow, I feel very happy. All right, now dash if she wins the cup. Her parents will be very proud if she wins the cup. Alright. And last one, number E, dash if you break my cycle. I shall be very angry if you break my cycle. Now if you break my cycle is a condition. Okay, so what will happen after that? I shall be very angry. This is how I have used all these in my sentences. And your work is find any three from your A from 5. Find any three, choose any three and use them in your sentences. Okay, now move on to our next topic, that is listening and speaking section. For today we are skipping this section and directly moving towards composition section. In composition section, what is the question? You are out on a camping trip with your friends. Okay, something happens that frightens you terribly. Write a letter to your mother telling her about it. Now you have to imagine that you are out in a camping with your friends and something happens for which you feel very scared. You are really scared of that. Okay, and you want to share that things with your mother. So how are you going to write a letter to your mother? Before we write our letter to our mother, let us discuss our letter writing part. In letter writing, there are two types of letter writing, informal and formal. Now, what is informal and formal letter writing? A letter is said to be informal when it is written in a friendly manner to someone you are familiar with. Formal letters are written to official or professional communication. Alright, so informal means when you write letter to someone you know, right? Is someone you are familiar with, like your mother, friend, father, uncle, aunt, sisters. Okay, and formal letters mean something when you're writing for your profession or professional communication or official communication, when you have to communicate with some offices with your grievances or some queries, you have to write letter to officers or to the certain department. Okay, and that kind of letter or application will be your formal letter, and informal when we write to our familiar people. Now, in your quiz book, read the question one more time and tell me whether you are writing a formal or informal letter. Okay, according to your question, as I've already described, a formal and informal letter. Now, you think you are writing, now you are going to write a formal or informal letter. When you write a letter to your mother, it will be formal or informal. It will be informal because you're writing to your mother you're familiar with. Now remember, when you write a letter, you need to describe the situation or event to elaborate. Alright, you just can't write letter, dear mother, I'm fine, thank you. You just can't write, you have to elaborate. And here, according to your question, why are you writing a letter? Okay, you're writing a letter to your mother to tell about your experiences at the camp and what frightened you terribly. All right, therefore this letter would require you to describe the camp, the situation that scared you, and the cause of the scare, and also your reaction and emotions. Okay, now let us imagine how will be our camping like. All right, so camping is not so easy. We have to go to hilly areas or villages area where there some of the necessities will not be at all possible. All right, like there may not be electricity or running water, and also no proper protection from wildlife. So this, in this kind of situation, what may happen, just create your mind map. Mind map means you have to imagine yourself in this particular situation in camping where you are not having electricity, not having proper protection from wildlife, and there is no running water. These are the basic necessities, and you are living your life there for few days without all these necessities. Okay, you are adjusting yourself, and at the same time you will have something that frightens you. All right, so imagine yourself and create all these thought in your mind to write down in your letter. Now the format of letter is, first you have to write your address in the left side of your paper. So this will be your paper here. Okay, you are writing your address first. Okay, and then after your writing, your it will be follow up with salutation or greeting. Okay, if you are writing personal or informal letter, the most commonly we use is dear. All right, so you're writing your letter to your mother, so it will be dear mother. All right, and dear mother, if you're writing to your friend, so dear friend, and write the name of your friend and put comma. Now change your paragraph and start writing. That will be your main body, and in this main body you must include the subject of writing the letter. Okay, for example, you have to write this main body here. You have to write all the details of the camp and what scared you there. Okay, the content or the subject matter which we have already discussed in our mind map should be written here in this main body part. All right, and at last you have to conclude the letter by conveying your love and respect not only to your friends, relative, or the one to whom you are writing the letter, but also to his and her family and the other near and dear ones. Like, once you finish writing your main body, conclude your letter like, give my love to my younger sister and regards to all elders. Okay, this way you are ending your, and suddenly you are not ending the letter. You have to end your letter with phrase like you are lovingly or yours affectionately, then your name. All right, so this way you're writing. So here I'm showing you the format of the letter. First address, then date, salutation, and then main body, and at last you're ending up with your phrases, yours lovingly, and your name. All right, so here I'm going to read out my examples for you. All right, so this is I have imagined myself as a student of class 3, and I am also in a camping to Nothula. All right, I have imagined this way. I've created my mind map and I'm writing this letter to my mother. Now listen to me very carefully. First address, Singtam, Dhamala Colony, East Sikkim, date 12 August 2020. I'm writing this letter to my mommy. So, dear mommy, all is fine here. How are you? How is everyone at home? I want to share the experience I had here, which really frightened me. We came to Gangtok after a day's stay. We started early in the morning by cab to Nathula and reached there by afternoon. We camped out in the woods. The night was mostly clear and we enjoyed the beauty of the moon, the stars, and the sky. It was wonderful to see the night sky as there was no pollution in the hilly area. We sat around the camp and told stories and sang songs. All of a sudden, we heard the sound of growling. Our teacher was inside the tent and we did not know how to react. The night, which was all so silent that the wind could be heard clearly. The growling seemed to come nearer, and stopped suddenly. Okay, I was drenched in sweat in the cold weather and many of my friends were trembling. Luckily, one of our teachers came out of the tent to find out why we had fallen silent. Then, slowly, he moved us to the tent and assured that we were safe. We fell asleep after some time, but decided in the morning never to leave our teacher's side. It is the most frightening experience I have ever had in my life. We are back on 10th. There is nothing to worry about, and we are all safe. Convey my regards to my dad and all at home. Yours lovingly, Anisha. So this way I've created example imagining myself as a student who is in Campion. Alright. Now I hope letter writing format everything is clear now. Okay, now here just check page number 81, read out the question one more time and create a beautiful letter sharing your experience. Okay, this much for today. Stay blessed, stay happy. Thank you.